There is a wellness trend where just before bed, people take a strip of tape and stick their own mouth firmly shut, on purpose. And then they wake up and post about how well they slept, like they've unlocked a secret setting on their own face. It's called mouth taping. It is everywhere right now, and the gym side of the internet treats forcing yourself to breathe through your nose like an unlocked cheat code for your entire face. So is this a clever, cheap little fix for bad sleep? Or a genuine choking hazard with an unusually good marketing team? Stick around because there's a real safety line running through this one that a lot of the trend quietly ignores. Here's the thing, the underlying theory actually starts from a reasonable place, which is exactly why it spreads so well. We're built to breathe mainly through our noses. Your nose filters the air, warms it, humidifies it, and produces a few helpful compounds that mouth breathing just skips. So when you sleep with your mouth hanging open all night, you can wake up with a bone-dry mouth, worse breath, more snoring, and possibly lighter, more broken sleep. So the mouth taper's reason, if the problem is my mouth falling open, why not just encourage it to stay shut? Tape it, force nasal breathing, wake up glowing. As a logic chain that isn't insane. The problems only start when you test that neat little theory against messy reality. The case for it from Team Tape. 1. Nasal breathing genuinely is better in a bunch of small ways, and if tape nudges you into it all night, you get those benefits. 2. A lot of people who try it report real wins: less snoring, no more waking up like a dried riverbed, and a long-suffering partner who can finally sleep now that the chainsaw impressions have stopped. 3. It's dirt cheap. No gadget, no subscription, no app. It's a piece of tape. And 4. For some people, it becomes a helpful little signal tape on means it's officially bedtime, a tiny ritual that tells the brain to wind down. The fans are evangelical, and their reviews are glowing, and Team Tape's most reasonable point is genuinely modest, which is what makes it convincing. They'll say, "We're not claiming this cures diseases or reverses aging. We're saying that if you're a healthy person whose only real issue is a mildly annoying tendency to mouth breathe and snore a bit, then a small piece of tape is a cheap, low-stakes, easily reversible experiment that a lot of people find genuinely helps them wake up feeling better." And framed that narrowly healthy person minor problem cheap trial. It's honestly hard to call that crazy. The real trouble only starts when people quietly forget the healthy person minor problem part of that sentence. And an alarming number of people forget it completely. Now the other side, and Team Please Don't, is not smiling. 1. The actual hard evidence for mouth taping is thin, mostly small studies, a mountain of anecdotes, and a crashing tidal wave of pure vibes. My favorite influencer swears by it and has great skin is respectfully not a clinical trial. 2, and this is the serious one. Snoring and heavy mouth breathing at night can be a warning sign of a real and sometimes dangerous condition called sleep apnea, where your breathing actually repeatedly stops during the night. And here's the frightening part: if you have undiagnosed sleep apnea, and you respond by taping your mouth shut, you may be actively making a dangerous problem worse. The very symptom you're annoyed by might be the exact warning light you should not be silencing. Point 3 is almost philosophical, but it matters. Your body comes with an important built-in safety feature. When you genuinely can't breathe through your nose, say you get badly congested in the night, it automatically opens your mouth to keep you alive. That's not a bug, that's the whole system working. Deliberately overriding it with a strip of tape is a bold move that assumes you personally know better than a few million years of evolution. And point 4, if you're mouth breathing heavily every single night, the real answer is almost never a viral hack. It's finding out why. Chronic congestion, allergies, a deviated septum nasal polyp apnea. These all have genuine effective solutions from an actual doctor, and not one of them comes on a roll from the stationery aisle. Let's speed run the myths, because on this one, the myths are genuinely a safety issue. Snoring is just annoying, not a health thing. Sometimes it's harmless, but sometimes it's the loudest symptom of apnea. So it's worth checking, not just muting. Mouth taping fixes sleep apnea. It absolutely does not. And using it to silence apnea can make a dangerous problem worse. Nasal breathing is a personality upgrade that fixes your jawline. The internet massively oversells this. Nasal breathing is good, but it's not a face transformation cheat code. If the tape's uncomfortable, you'll get used to it if you can't comfortably breathe through your nose. That discomfort is information, not something to override. And it's totally fine for kids. Please no. Do not do intense mouth taping on a child, full stop. It's worth knowing what actually raises the stakes here, because this is the part the trend skips. Sleep apnea isn't just snoring a bit. The warning signs are loud, chronic snoring, gasping or choking sounds in the night, waking up with a pounding headache, and the big one, feeling exhausted no matter how many hours you technically slept. If that sounds like you, or like the person lying next to you, that's not a taping situation, that's a see a doctor situation, because untreated apnea genuinely linked to serious long-term health problems. Taping over it doesn't fix it, it just hides the alarm. But let's be fair, because the safe version does exist. If you've genuinely been checked out, you don't have apnea, and you're a healthy adult whose only issue is a mildly dry mouth and light snoring, then the sensible way to experiment is gradual and cautious. Some people start by simply practicing nasal breathing while awake, or by treating obvious congestion first before they ever reach for tape. And if they do try it, they use a small, gentle, purpose-made strip that peels off easily, not a strip of duct tape sealing the whole mouth shut. The goal is a gentle nudge toward nasal breathing, not a hermetic seal. Framed that narrowly, it's a low-stakes experiment. The danger was never the idea of nasal breathing. It's people skipping the "have I ruled out something serious" step and going straight to sealing their face shut. So here's the responsible middle ground. Chronic mouth breathing and persistent snoring are genuinely worth taking seriously, but overwhelmingly as a symptom to investigate, not a nuisance to tape over and forget. For a healthy person with a mild issue who's actually been checked out and confidently doesn't have sleep apnea, a bit of tape might be a harmless little experiment. But for a great many people, taping your mouth shut is like dealing with a blaring smoke alarm by pulling the battery out. Yes, it's quieter now, but quieter is absolutely not the same as safer. So the honest advice isn't tape it or don't tape it. It's figure out why you're doing it in the first place, ideally with someone who has a medical degree rather than a ring light and a discount code. So practically, if you snore heavily, gasp or choke in your sleep, or feel exhausted, no matter how long you sleep, do not tape. See a doctor and get sleep apnea properly ruled out first. That's the whole ball game. Treat the underlying causes: allergies, congestion, a blocked nose, with actual remedies. If you're healthy, checked out, and just curious, that's a conversation to have with a professional before you gaffer tape your own face. And never ever do intense mouth taping on a child. And here's the honest bottom line to sit with. Mouth taping is a symptom silencer dressed up as a solution. Sometimes the symptom is trivial and silencing it is harmless. Sometimes the symptom is your body waving a red flag. The trend can't tell the difference, only a proper checkup can. So the smart move isn't to fear the tape or worship it. It's to get curious about why your mouth is falling open at night in the first place and fix that. Better sleep almost never comes from a life hack. It comes from finding the actual cause: congestion, allergies, apnea, a dry bedroom, and dealing with it properly. So, are you team tape or team please don't? But play it safe and see a doctor first if you snore or gasp at night. Subscribe to Health You Decide, tell me your take in the comments, and gently breathe easy.